Live from Westside Scranton, a real happening place. It's Frank the Lunatic Rants. That's right. Trying a different angle today with the camera. Trying to screw things up a little bit there. Can't keep everything the same all the time, you know? Except for my ranting. We will always keep that the same. I will always be ranting. Let's see what it looks like when I zoom in. Ugh. Who wants to see that ugly face? I don't want to see that ugly face. There we go. A little better. Don't want the ugliness up close, you know? Anyhow. So, what am I ranting about today? Oh, well, this comes from personal experience today. So today, topic that we're going to be ranting about is old people, senior citizen drivers. Now, I have nothing totally against old people driving. I mean, after all, I'm going to be ancient one day. I'm close to ancient, but I'm going to be ancient one day too. Of course, a good song comes on too. But anyhow, what I'm getting at is these people that just do not have the comprehension that their abilities aren't what they used to be. Their judgment isn't what it used to be. They're not reacting properly. They can't complete some of the most simplest tasks while driving. And what I'm getting at is stuff that I've seen recently, and especially something I saw today. You know, you have older people that it's hard enough to get radio people to use turn signals. Older people just totally misjudging, you know, putting signals on at the last minute, or, you know, forgetting their turns and all of a sudden turning at the last minute. Stopping for traffic lights way before the traffic light, which sucks in some of the cities because a lot of places have these sensor lights now that sense traffic. And if a car isn't far enough towards that white line, traffic light has no idea that there's cars there. So it takes a little longer for the light to change. And in some areas, it literally takes forever because if you're coming from a street that isn't the normal right-of-way street type of thing, it takes even longer. So I've seen that happen. I am stopping way before a stop sign. I love that one. Stopping way before a stop sign. Or stopping way after a stop sign. I've seen older people stop literally coming into the intersection because they realize they just passed a stop sign. But biggest things that you see, besides the fact that during the summer you get all those stories about that older people screwing up their gas pedal and brake, and you know, and sometimes if they have a newer car, I can understand it because, you know, a Nissan Sentra, for example, the brake and the gas are so close together, you can actually get, depending on what size shoe you wear, you can actually get the part of your shoe caught going towards the brake. Weird design issue. So, you know, I understand sometimes that happens as an accident, but sometimes it's just a judgment thing that they are just terrible at judging things like their pedals. Well, anyhow, then we jump to parking, or inability to park. I mean, this must be why they're coming out with autonomous cars, those self-driving cars, because there literally is just a buttload of people who cannot drive. They can't park a car, they can't drive it properly. You know, for older people, oh yeah, that's going to be a greatest thing since sliced bread. Some of them were born before sliced bread. So, that's going to be a great thing for them. But as for now, a lot of them can't drive for shit. They can't park. I'm going to post some pictures later on Facebook. Anybody follows me on there. And on my Pinterest page, I have a special page just for people who can't park. That and buildings that are falling down, things like that. But follow me on there. Follow me on Pinterest, too. And sometimes some of my videos are on there. My rants are on there as well. You can see everything. I said that the wrong way. Don't take that the wrong way. But anyhow, today, you know, I'm by Walmart in Taylor, and I'm going to post pictures of this. This senior citizen comes and goes to park his car next to mine, and he goes into space, And he's parked on the driver's side is the cart corral. Right side's my car. Well, this guy does not park where the line is. And I don't mean that he's over the line. I mean the back of his car is nowhere, and you'll see it in the pictures, nowhere near the line where you should be parking. He actually pulled the front of his car up so that it's up to where the edge of the cart corral is, which was already out to the end of the parking space, like past the parking space. I mean, he is literally out into the road. His car is sticking out. He's about, I don't know, 5 feet from where he should be. Amazing. And the guy just like left his car like that. And it was brought to his attention too. And he just like looked and ignored it. Just went inside Walmart. I'm waiting, I couldn't wait around. I was going to be surprised if somebody comes down. No, I wouldn't be surprised. Somebody came down and actually hit the front of his car because of how far he was sticking out. And this once again goes to my whole thing that, people, you got to learn, like, when it's time to pack it in. I had a relative, my dad's father. You get to a certain age and stopped driving at night because he knew he just didn't have it. He wasn't up to par for driving at night. And then eventually he gave up driving entirely because he knew his reaction time wasn't good anymore. Not many people are like that. I'm one of those people, and yes, I'll probably bitch and rant about it when I'm older, and it happens to me, but I fully agree that once you reach a certain age, your skills should be retested. Your eyes do change, and things should be retested on you to see if you're really capable of driving. I have no issue with them coming out with licenses, that state that you can't be driving at night because you just don't have the ability and your sight's not there. I know it sounds bad to say, and I'm sure there's some of us out there that might happen to when we're older, and we're probably going to scream about it, but honestly, there's just too many people out there that should not be driving. There should be too many people that should be driving, period. There's a lot of older people that should be driving, and again, this isn't every old person out there, okay? But it's just, you get some of these people that just do not have the ability anymore. They don't have the coordination, and you can't tell them. God forbid anybody tries to, take that away. For some reason, the AARP seems to think that it's a right, that driving's a right and not a privilege. Well, hello, driving would only have been a right if Henry Ford was born like 100 years earlier. But he wasn't, so driving is not a right. It's a privilege that can be taken away. But unfortunately, you got the senior citizens groups that fight these things tooth and nail anytime somebody wants to come out with laws about this stuff. Anyhow, that's what it all comes down to. Either old people are going to have to buy these self-driving cars and never ever touch a steering wheel ever again, or, just pack it in, give it up, I guess. Anyhow, that's all I have to say about that.